Back for video 2. Here we are driving through the beautiful French countryside on our way to the little town city of Cognac, where we'll be tasting something special. Made it to Cognac.
Yay.
Managed to figure out how to park in the air.
I'm still not quite sure. I'm gonna get myself around this app, but we purchased a card and we got in eventually.
Hopefully we won't be staying in too many of them, but it looks like it's going to do the job. It is parked right next to where we want to go, which is good. So now it's going to take a nice little leisurely stroll along the river.
The colour of that water is insane.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It seems to be sort of the theme for any water we've seen in France so far, is it just looks beautiful. It's all very turquoisey. But yeah, now it's just sort of see if we can find somewhere to sit down and have some lunch.
Picnic!
And then we finally get to go out for dinner later. Because we're not allowed to cook outside and we don't want to cook in the van, so that's that. And then the second I stop filming, we find a bench.
For our picnic.
Can't really beat that, can you? Perfect. Day old bread, but it's alright. Right, we're going to eat this and then go to our fun experience. So, had a little walk around Cognac to begin with. Got an hour to kill before we go to the Martel distillery factory, whatever they call them. So, only one solution. Lovely. Obviously, someone has to be a bit bougie, but so, I've ruined the surprise. Oops. I'm sure we've already said it many times, but yeah. So, beer before Cognac seems like a good idea, but then Cognac and Cognac, so lovely. Suitably lubricated, which is obviously what you need before going on a Cognac tour, is a bit of extra booze. So.
Absolutely.
So.
Lovely cocktails.
Yeah. Beer
35 euros for 2 drinks each, not bad.
Beer was beer, which was good. Much needed on a sunny day. And then
it feels a lot warmer than 19 degrees, doesn't it?
It's just very still, isn't it? It's lovely. So beautifully sunny. And yeah, this super long walk all the way to the Martel. I keep calling it factory. I don't know if they're distilleries, not sure what.
I think it's the distilleries down by the air, and this is like the visitor centre.
But yeah, is Cognac made in distilleries?
I think so. It's like whiskey, isn't it?
There we go. It's like whiskey. And there we are. Long walk. And after that long walk, we've made it to the Martel distillery. Yes, that's right. Lisa was correct. It's a distillery, not a factory, as this genius thought. Here we are. This is the original House Martel, or Martel's house at their what used to be the distillery. This is obviously no longer a distillery. It's just a tourist attraction these days. There's some nice barrels. There's some history of the various different cognacs that Martel have made over the years. This is the region of Cognac where most of the grapes come from. The grapes come from the sort of the darker brown areas, and then they will use a variety of grapes from further out. And the grapes are good from this region because of the clay soil, apparently, and these stones are supposed to represent that in some way, showing how the water drains and makes the grapes extra special for making cognac. What we learned here is that cognac is made from fermenting wine for an extended period. I think they ferment it twice, and then it is mixed with other various fermented wines from the similar region, different grapes, years, etc., that gives you the final product of cognac. And the sort of master distillers that make it will taste up to 1,000 different varieties of those wines as they are making each one to make sure they're extra special. They are then aged in barrels for 2 years, quite often sort of wood smoked barrels, I believe. They can age them in different barrels, but when they do that, they can lose the distinction that makes it cognac. These are all the barrels that Martel have used over the years, all aged for different years and leading to different levels of priciness. And these bottles represent those different price brackets, and we'll get to taste some of them in 2 seconds. Here's Lisa being a normal person tasting the brandy, and we'll move across to me thinking he knows what he's doing, sticking his nose in, being a bit pretentious, and trying to pretend that I can actually make a difference in tasting this stuff. But here's our thoughts on it. Right.
That was fantastic. Love that.
Martell Distillery done, the Easy Distillery, we've learned that. So Martell Distillery done.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Lovely tastings. Unsurprisingly, I like the sort of harder, smokier, not smokier, but
It's more explosive to describe it.
yeah, punchier. And
Whereas I obviously enjoyed the more expensive
ones, yeah.
subtle vanilla caramel honey one.
But now we've started drinking, there's only one thing to do.
Find a bar.
Oh, dear. Oh, keep yawning, don't I? Right, we've been back to the van for a bit of a spruce up. I'm clearly wearing exactly the same stuff. One of us makes an effort, so
I don't know, were you in a porta potty?
tested out the van toilet. Did it work?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I was quite surprised because it was a big wee.
Big wee, and it managed to hold it in, which is good. But now we're going off and being
Going to the place with the red umbrellas.
going to the place with the red umbrellas, being very European, going to dinner at gone 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, who are we? But
It's like bedtime in 45 minutes.
well, I don't think that's going to be the speed they serve the drinks. I imagine the food's going to be
To be
similar.
fair, I haven't actually been to bed that early.
No, you've been very good and adopting a
European lifestyle.
exactly that. So we will had a few afternoon drinks. Clearly, what we're just rabbiting on. Had a drink back at the van while we're getting ready. I clearly just had a drink, didn't get ready. Now we're off for dinner. So
First meal out in France.
first meal out in France. Is it really?
Yeah.
All right. See if we can find something extremely French or a Cornish pasty. See what we get.
Lovely coming back.
Camembert. Annoyingly, we thought this was going to be starters and mains, but it's all come together. When I say it's all come together, for the second time in a week, Lisa's ordered mashed potato and it's
Stone cold. And I did the Google Translate and I said, is the mashed potato supposed to be cold? And she looked at my phone and was horrified and said, no, and took my plate away.
and there we go. So now it's getting spattered. It's not. Hopefully, she was very upset. Looked lovely though. Hopefully,
The lamb was delicious.
but for €26, no cold mashed potato. So we're gonna sit here, eat our cheese while that turns up. So have a little dip of cheese. There we go. Lovely. Can't help myself when I'm on the continent. Get some lovely steak tartare. Absolutely banging. Wish they'd do it in England. But you wouldn't trust them for the quality of meat, but absolutely beautiful. Camembert was banging, and if Lisa's warm dish ever turns up, we'll update you. So, well, I'm going to tuck into this and catch you later. Finally turned up.
That's good.
What's the verdict?
Really yummy.
Warm,
Really yummy.
hot.
Warm. Yeah. Delicious. I don't think they just microwaved it. I think I got a whole new plate.
Oh, maybe a few too many beers last night, but still, try and get after it all day riding. See if I can keep this up. But 3 cities, 3 runs, going well. Burn off all that booze and delicious food. Right, that's enough walking. Let's get back to it. Well, after a bit too much fun drinking cognac and heading out for dinner and then a questionable attempt at a run this morning, I've had to navigate these wonderful roads to get us to a lovely beauty spot. Nicely refreshed after my run this morning. Then we've had an interesting drive with a stop at Carrefour to pick up food for the next couple of days. And now we've turned up at what we thought was a lake, but is
Pretty dry.
looking
Pretty dry.
not that lakey. So, but we'll go for a walk. We'll see how it goes. This looks fun. This looks a better path, maybe. But we can go and put walking shoes on if you want.
No, it's fine.
We might live to regret that, but we'll see. Alright, let's go see if we can find some actual water. This is what we hoped it would look like. Definitely not as advertised today, but guess you win and lose with some of these things. So, but we'll have a stroll around, stretch the legs, and then on to Bordeaux. Might have got ahead of ourselves on the disappointment front.
How stunning is that? I'll take some photos from over there. Beautiful.
Much better than the other lake.
Much better than the other swamp.
Worth the visit.
And it's a beautiful day.
Sun shining.
I think we're in for some rain in the next week or so, so we're making the most of the sunshine.
No, that's it. And we'll have to figure out what to do when it rains, but that's a problem for another day. We'll enjoy the beautiful, stunning, clear blue skies. Really don't think we've seen a cloud since we got to France. It's just been clear blue skies every day. So yeah, so we'll carry on walking around the lake, enjoying the sun, and see how it goes. Got a photo of the lizard, didn't manage to catch him on video, but see if we can spot some more. There's lots of weird noises going on, so chance for a bit more wildlife yet.
Hopefully not too much wildlife.
Oh, don't know what that was.
That was a fly.
Oh dear.
Look at that.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's just saying, I reckon a few years ago you'd have been able to swim in there, and then a couple of people don't understand how to have fun. They get themselves trapped in water and they ruin it for everyone. Eh? But what are you going to do? What's your thoughts on the bridge?
I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my god, that's minging.
You okay with this or not?
Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about it, is there?
Alright, so if you...
Right, if I fall, you better fucking get it on camera.
Yeah, it'll be on camera. Right, so...
Shouldn't have worn white shoes.
And then take a big step to those two. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. If you can go big step to that twig.
This one? This one?
No, just a few in front there. Oh, that's... Yeah, do that. Yeah. And don't leap because there's a big hole. Good work.
Like a pro. All that clay she was talking about yesterday at the distillery. Luckily we have weights.
Everything is wiped clean if you wipe hard enough.
I don't know, I've done your laundry.
Yeah, don't wipe hard enough. Or maybe I didn't wipe hard enough to begin with. After a morning of lakes, lizards and narrow roads, here's a much calmer drive over the bridge into Bordeaux, ready for a relaxed evening before some fun in the city tomorrow. Well, we arrived in Bordeaux. We've had a couple hours relaxing after the drive, just a couple of glasses of wine, couple of vodkas, reading our books, chilling out, and now it's time to cook some dinner. And Lisa did such an amazing job with that Toulouse sausage pasta dish the other day. I'm going to try and recreate it, see if I can do it justice. Now we wait. Ow! And let things fall out of a pan onto my leg, apparently. So there we go. Now for the most important ingredient. I may have accidentally time-lapsed us eating and enjoying the dinner. Nothing to do with the wine and vodka, of course.
Morning.
Trying to navigate French public transport. Would you say trying? Banging public transport system. We're very impressed so far. Once again, paid, returned. This is like a 50-minute journey, return, €3 each. Can't get that in the UK, that's for sure. It costs you about £28 to do that in the UK. So, yeah, into Bordeaux. Probably means we'll just go find places to drink wine, would be my guess. But
I'm desperately looking for a vineyard to do a Saturday night stay on, so that's a mission today. And we need to find some dinner and do some sightseeing.
And drink wine. Wait. Well, managed to navigate the very difficult bus. Made it to Bordeaux.
It was very warm on that bus.
Yeah, started off empty, ended up full, very hot. But now we can walk around in the sunshine again. And what we do, start off, have a walk towards the cathedral, I believe. Sit down, eat another picnic, and then have a walk around the city. And we might have located a wine tour if they can get us in later. So that'll be fun for me.
And me.
Fun for all of us. There we go. Right. Let's head to the cathedral.
Can't find it.
No?
No.
Any idea? No, no idea.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tough to miss. Tough to miss. Yeah.
Already love Bordeaux. A cafe on every corner, cafe bar on every corner. I've already had to stop him from walking into 3.
I don't understand why.
Sightseeing first, boozing later.
You can just mingle the two there, can't you? I don't understand. Right, let's find somewhere to sit down and have our lunch and enjoy this for a little bit longer. Always win out in the end. Someone's being more sensible.
I'm happy. It's my first nice coffee of the trip.
I thought you said iced coffee, but no. What's a nice coffee? There we go. Carrying on our little walking tour, a little pit stop, and hey, we're going to head down towards the river, see the sights along there, and see where the day takes us. Cheers. It's just beautiful.
Stunning.
Absolutely beautiful. I think it's that way to the river.
Just gorgeous, wherever you look. Absolutely stunning. Honestly, you can just like miss stuff because we were just walking along booking our camping for tomorrow night and then nearly missed whatever that is.
Building, castle, stuff.
I love the city.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I've got a vineyard booked for tomorrow, so I'm extra happy. What a day. What a day. Literally 2 seconds walk. Just keep finding things. It's amazing. We've got an hour to make the wine tour, so we've got a bit of time to kill. So nice casual stroll. Maybe even another pint. Who knows?
Maybe.
I need to go into like debating or something, because clearly my powers of persuasion are very good. Or you need cider to put up with me, one of the two.
Well, I think it's more that we don't want to pay €2 each to go to the toilet, so it's more economical to come to a bar.
Also, I'm not sure it is, because I said that I needed a wee, so we'll come and get a pint, but it seems a self-fulfilling prophecy. But anyway, cheers.
I've never done a wine tasting before.
Yeah, they don't let you drink it.
I will. Have a look down there.
Aromas can you find in this wine? Maybe in the beginning you can find some fruity aromas, red fruit, strawberry, cherry, framboise, raspberry. Some people can smell more sweet notes like lollipop, candy, red candy, banana candy. Yes?
Yeah.
And now when you taste it, how you find this wine? Is as fruity, as sweet as it smells? Or is maybe a little, which is Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon.
Really like it.
And this one comes from the area of Entredumer, the green area in the map. And with these raisins, they are going to make their sweet wine. And because they have a very big amount of sugar, they can last around 50 years. So, have you ever tasted a wine like this before, like the Claret?
No.
I want to drink it all the time.
Know how to age the wine in barrels. The wine was only macerated. So when we see historical movies about the Middle Age that sometimes they like to portray a very dark, heavy red wine, that's not very accurate. This is a more truthful type of wine when it comes to those centuries.
Very interesting.
I think the British Navy lived on this.
The whole country.
The British Navy lived on this.
Yes.
The officers, anyway.
Yes. Is a good substitute for a rosé. For people who doesn't like the rosé, that are red wine lovers, this is a good transition.
I
good substitute.
find it too acidic, that's the problem. Yeah, it's quite acidic, that's my issue.
See, I think that and a barbecue.
I enjoy it more than a rosé, but it's still too acidic for me, that's the problem.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very sweet on the nose and then just very acidic on the mouth, I found.
Yes. Some of the wines from Bordeaux, they have this particularity. They are normally very aromatic, but then there is a contrast between the aromas and the taste.
Big difference, yeah, absolutely.
I don't drink white wine, but I can drink that with fish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is, it's always a problem finding red wine
a
for
good
fish.
wine, yes. Ready for the second wine?
Yes.
For the second wine, I have a red wine, also from the area of Entredumer, the green area in the map.
Messy.
Specify the aromas in the wine and then smell it and tell me which type of notes, aromas can you find in this one. Maybe in contrast to the one before. Maybe this one is still fruity, but it has more dark fruits, like blackberries, plum. And then there is other type of aromas that people can find in it, like smoky, wood, leather, coffee, tobacco, cinnamon, vanilla.
Yeah, definitely get cinnamon as well.
It's like the ones you found on the boat last night.
And now, when you taste it, how you find this wine? Can you feel the tannin, the dry sensation that was lacking in the one before? Yes, it's more obvious in this one.
Yeah. It's far more dry. Yeah.
Well, I will let you taste it, but don't finish it because now we are going to make an experiment. I'm going to. So, tell me, how is the chocolate? Amazing, no?
Wow.
Good.
Can you feel the peach? Yes?
Yeah, very
Well,
peachy.
it doesn't have any peach. It's only these raisins that comes from this grape. It's Semillon, the type of grape that they use in Suter, because it's the one that works the best with the fungus, and it's the sweetest one here in Bordeaux. And when they become these raisins, they have this peach apricot flavor, and the sweet wines from there, they also have this apricot honey flavor that makes them super sweet. It's like a dessert wine. Now, after the chocolate, when you retaste the wine, the taste of the wine can change for the better or for the worst. That depends on each person. For some people, after the chocolate, the wine is softer, but for others, it's more dry, more tannin.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me if it's more soft or more dry.
It's much more mellow.
You'll see it's more dry for me, but I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Softer for me.
Soft?
Softer.
Soft?
More dry.
Dry?
I think.
I say dry.
Dry?
Yeah, it's far more mellow.
Dry? Okay.
That's interesting.
But the difference in the answer is normal. For some people it could be more soft, for others more dry. For others it's more like a transition, in the beginning more soft and then more dry, or more dry and then more soft. For others it's more sweet, for others it's more bitter. That depends, because each one has a different palate, because of genetics, habits, where they come from, which type of wine they're used to drink. All these factors can affect the wine tasting process.
That's fascinating.
So, which
Also
one did you
wild, I
prefer?
hate
The
raisins.
first one
They're
or the
beautiful.
second
Oh,
one?
this one by far.
The second.
The first one I
Too
wouldn't care for
light,
a lot. No,
too
it's like,
soft.
just like fruit juice.
Yes.
I think the
That's the right answer.
Yeah, Eamon, can you please leave the room?
I completely agree.
No, I like the claret because I haven't had anything like that before, and I could easily
It's
stuff
very
in that.
particular.
Yeah.
This personal choice. Really.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think you can see we thoroughly enjoyed our first wine tasting. For me, the most exciting part though is that golden grape or peach flavored raisin that you get, which genuinely tastes like peach, but somehow magically changes the sort of taste of the wine for you. And as you can hear us talking, different for everyone. So how me and Lisa had a very different reaction to it, which is sort of quite interesting. But after the tasting, we got a tour of the cellars and the history of wine in Bordeaux. Some interesting claims, unsurprisingly, from the French, that despite the fact that Bordeaux was definitely ruled by the British under the Plantagenets, they claim that it's never been ruled by the British because those kings and queens were actually French. So, not sure quite how that stacks up. Unsurprisingly, because we'd already done the tasting, we rattled through the tour pretty quickly, had a brief look around, saw some different size of wine bottles, even more wine bottles, and just did a quick exploration. But this brought an end to our tour in Bordeaux. We popped to another Irish bar afterwards, but you've seen enough videos of us in bars. Well, after an interesting night, we've made it to a new location. How was your sleep last night?
Oh, god awful. Absolutely atrocious. Just terrible. So for some reason the campsite decided to have a drum and bass rave till approximately 3:30, so I didn't get to sleep until approximately 3:30. So yeah, was not a happy bunny this morning, but we're here and it's stunning, and we've just got a little bit of time just to like refresh the van a little bit to try and make it a bit more manageable, and then hopefully Dennis, the lovely owner of this beautiful chateau, is going to give us a tour and a wine tasting, and we're going to buy lots of lovely Bordeaux wine.
Fingers crossed. Right, let's have a quick look, show you what we're working with before the tour. So, I think normally they can have 3 vans here. We seem to be the only ones here today. That's their lovely house over there. Nice little toilet spot over here. And then the most important bit, just vines and vines and vines and vines. I believe it's Chateau White Horse. If I remember, I'll put a link below. Assuming that the wines are going to be good, but the reviews on Park for Night are quality, so yeah, just waiting for them. I think they're at the market, waiting for them to come back, and then I'm sure he'll show us around. All for €10 at the moment. Can't beat it, so, but we'll wait and see what it looks like, but yeah. we'll see you again when they join us. Didn't film the tasting, felt a bit weird. It was just the two of us with a very nice guy who's apparently 11th generation farmer at this vineyard. His gran, who turns 100 this week, lives in the chateau. He doesn't live there, but what a bargain though. Tasted a couple of reds and a white like I've never had before. Sort of supposed to be a dry white, but sort of dry to begin with, and then just very, very tasty. Almost tastes like a sweet wine without being sweet. So we'll be drinking some of that. Bought a few bottles of red, 2 different types. One a bit lighter, one that's oak aged for a year, and then Lisa's obviously got herself a bottle of rosé. But 6 bottles of wine, camping for the night, €50. Can't beat it. Highly recommend it. Absolutely lovely guy to sort us right out, and
It's wonderful. And he's wonderful. And it's so cheap.
probably regret not buying more, but I think however much we bought, we'd have regretted not buying more. So.
And we've got to think of space in the van as well. But it is what it is. We can do another vineyard further down the line.
6 bottles will keep us going for a week, so maybe tonight. Oh, the sun's definitely gone. It's a bit rainy, but what are we gonna do but cook outside, eh?
I'm not cooking outside.
Prep with the hot water bottle. It sort of says the change in weather, doesn't it, really? So
It's a bit chilly.
even got a hoodie on. But what we got? We're gonna get some mashed potato for the first time since we've been here. Well, homemade mashed potato for the first time. A bit of pork.
Spring onion for the mash.
French spring onion through the mash. We're going to try some fond de veau. We think it's sort of veal gravy maybe, but who knows, we'll give it a try. Peas and sweet corn over there. My gas is blowing all over the shop, so I'll put you down for a second and then maybe I'll remember to show you the final product today. Who knows? I keep promising this and then it never really happens. I've been shut out. Potatoes done, just waiting on the finishing of the pork. Spring onions through the potato, going to put some cream cheese for it, bit of salt and pepper. Lovely. What's going on in the prep kitchen? It's warm and dry in there.
Yep. Well, dry at least.
Oh, you got the kettle on for the...
Very nice.
Not bad for a rainy little meal, so just have a bit of mash and a bit of gravy, and then oh, that gravy's beautiful. But anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner. Probably see you tomorrow now. Heading to Toulouse. Hopefully less rainy. Oh dear, now the fun really begins.
It's pretty impressive that we've done, was this day 9, without even getting any of the ball games out. So I think that's pretty impressive.
Still never lost.
Not yet.
Let's not break a 3-year streak. It's not off to the start we need. We need 6 to get out, so. Did I move?
I think so.
This is impossible. Like, this is genuinely impossible.
You said that last time you kicked my ass.
No. This is more impossible.
Yay! In about 30 games. It's the first time I've won!
It's definitely not 30.
No?
Way more.
What? No, not way more. No, because we've
This
probably
many-
only played it like a dozen times.
This many games.
We've probably only played it about a dozen times, maximum 2 games ago. Because it's a longer game, isn't it? And I finally won! Well done.
Champs back. Regained the title. Everything's right in the world again.
Well done.